Hi, and welcome to 2 must-implement strategies for adding glue to your relationship with your dealers and building your agency's value to the dealership partners that you serve. I'm Bob Stillman, Director of Agency Accounts, and I'm really excited to show you some of the things that we've got just fresh out of the laboratory and ready for production, ready to roll. So let's go over those strategies. But first, we know how difficult it is for you to drive traffic and get eyeballs to the websites of the dealers that you serve, right? It's a hard job. You're dealing with just a lot of misunderstanding sometimes on the dealership's point of view, but we wind up getting them to the website. But here's the problem. According to Bright Local, 60% of the customers that find our dealers online wind up picking up the phone. Now, that would sound like, hey, great, I drove a call, right? We got some sort of conversion, I can prove that. The bad part is that 36 out of 100 of these are never actually connecting with a salesperson. We recently did some work for a dealer and found that one person called 18 times trying to get a hold of a dealer to buy a car, and they weren't able to connect with a sales agent. This can be a huge problem. Now, out of those 64 calls that do connect, what happened? 27 out of 100 just get offline, right? So they take a message or somebody needs to get back to them. This is another problem. So the phone call is in trouble, right? So number one strategy is add connectivity data to your reporting. And if you do this, you can get this through a reputable call tracking agency or somebody that's actually monitoring calls. 2 things. Ask them for a report on the connectivity on a regular basis so that you can give that back to the dealer. And the second thing is get a phone health alert of some sort so that if a line goes down or if a number gets put on a website and that call and that's not generating any numbers, you get eyes to that before the dealer does another way of adding really good value. So strategy number 1, add connectivity to your reporting. Second is squeeze every last drop of data from phone calls that wind up connecting. We've already established how important calls are connecting, right? So 51% of the information that is needed never winds up making, so you can return the call, right? So there's a problem right there. So now we're down to half of the calls that wind up connecting, and only 20% of the overall calls wind up making in the CRM. That's a huge, huge problem. So what can we do to fix this? These are the data points that wind up making it in through basic call tracking, right? So you can take a look at this. Any Joe call tracking company can get this for you. And exclusive of CallRevu is the ability to find out which department they asked for when they picked up the phone. Now that's exciting. Why? Because historically we found 60% of all calls to a sales number actually wind up going to service. Now you can add this in, and this is with our basic call tracking that you have. So what is available right now through our AI is all of these. Was there appointments set? Yes. Was the department asked for, and who ultimately handled the call? What was the sentiment on the call? Was there overtalk? Did somebody commandeer the phone call and not allow the customer to speak? So if you take a look at these data points, it gets pretty exciting in terms of what you can report back to the dealer in addition to the call connectivity. So recap, strategy number 1, add connectivity data to your monthly reporting with your dealers, and 2, squeeze every drop of the data. I'm Bob Stillman with CallRevu. Give us a call. We'd love to set up a strategy session with you.